Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with another Week 9 game preview. And today we're going to be going over the New England Patriots versus the Baltimore Ravens. Let's get it started. So we're going to start with the over-under for this game at 45.5. And the spread is -3.5 Patriots. So we're going to start with Tom Brady, averaging a little over 19 fantasy points a game. Top 10 this year. He's been playing great. I think he's a great option this week. Top 10 play, start him up. Julian Edelman, everybody knows him. He's a beast. Tom Brady's favorite weapon, averaging 21.3 points a game for the last 4. You like to see that. He had 27 fantasy points last week, guys. Everybody's going to start him. He's a top 10 play. Mohamed Sanu, I do not want to start him just yet. I think that he just got into the system. The Patriots run a very complex playbook, and it has a lot of different motions that he has to get accustomed to. I think he's going to learn fast. I think he's a very smart player. I just don't think that he's going to be heavily involved into the offense, especially an offense that has so many different weapons on it already. They already have 2 very good running backs, 3 if you include Rex Burkhead. They have 3 wide receivers that are very solid. James White is going to get his. He's going to catch the ball. So I think Mohamed Sanu is a watch and see for now. I don't think he's a playable player. Philip Dorsett, I'm kind of mad on him right now. I think that he's splitting a lot of work with Myers, Sanu, and then Edelman. I have him as a flyer. So if you want to take a flyer, try it out. Baltimore Ravens are actually not as good at defending the wide receiver as you'd think. They allow the 12th most points to the wide receiver position at 23.5, which is kind of surprising. Let's get to the running backs. Sony Michel, I think, is a good play this week. I have him as a running back 2 to flex play. I think he's a fine start. Going against the Ravens are the 12th best against the Ravens allow the 12th fewest points to the running back position at 18. So I think that he has an okay game, but I don't see him going off. James White, I could definitely see this being a more James White game than a Sony Michel game, because I don't think that the Patriots are going to be up by a lot in this game, at least not early. I think towards the end of the game, they could pull away with a touchdown or a little bit more. But as of like the halftime into third quarter, I think they should be fighting for the lead. So I have James White as a running back 2 to flex play. And Benjamin Watson, I think, is a good option at tight end. I know there's a lot of mouths to feed, but it seems like Tom Brady likes him, so he's been going to him. I actually think that he's a fine play. I'd put him somewhere in the high tight end 2 range. And everybody's starting the Patriots defense. Duh. All right, let's go to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson has been putting on a show this year. He's the number 1 quarterback on the year, averaging 25.8 points a game. He's playing like a beast. Gotta love it. You're obviously starting him against the Patriots. I don't actually have a problem starting him. I know that the Patriots are great against the quarterback. They're the best team in the league against the quarterback. I know that. I know. But what I will say is I still think that he has a solid floor. The kid rushes like 20 to 33 times a game. That's a lot. He can definitely give you enough of a base on the ground. Oh, sorry. Not that's his throwing attempt. Sorry. His rushing attempts between 14 and 20. Still, 14 and 20 rushing attempts for a quarterback is great. 116 yards, 152 yards, 70 yards. That's a great base. Even without a touchdown, he is still a viable QB1. I'm starting him. So, unless you have a better option. I have him as a top 10 play, but I don't have him in my top 5. So, if you have a better option than that, then play him. Marquis Brown, I'm not quite sure if he is going to be able to go this week. watch out for the news on that one. But if he does go, the Patriots are still really good against the wide receiver. So he would at best be a wide receiver 3 for me. I'm not touching Willie Snead. All right, so running backs, man, Mark Ingram played not fantastic last week. 5 fantasy points, or 2 weeks ago. 5 fantasy points, 12 fantasy points, 15 fantasy points. Meh. I think he's startable, but I have him more as a running back 2 than I do normally as a running back 1 going against the Patriots. Again, they're the number 1 in the league against the run, only allowing 8.4 points a game, which is insane. Mark Andrews, I think he's playable this week. Top 12 tight end this week. I just think that he is ultra targeted, and that's valuable. At some point, they're going to complete some passes, and I think a decent amount are going to be to Andrews. And I'm not starting any defense going against the Patriots because they're the Patriots. All right, that's going to do it. If you have any questions, don't forget to hit me up. I have my social medias down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mike Williams, Fantasy Bay. I'm out.